Hi everyone, give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure that everything is good. Back, and yes, I didn't even do my hair because I've been so excited. And also, we might have trouble with the connection because um I am doing this off my phone. Oh, I just realized I should be doing this from my other account so I can watch it. Sorry, again, 1 second. This is literally my first stream back, and again, I'll give you guys all the details in a second. Okay, so hi everyone, I am back. So where should I start? Oh, that's my Orbi. That's gonna come in and out. It's those little lights. I got mine from Apple, but I guess you can also get them from IKEA. But also, so my screen's up here, but my camera's down here, so that's why I'm looking up. But where do I start? So it's almost a year ago today that I last played The Sims. I don't know if that's when I last uploaded though, but a year ago I had just moved to Tallahassee, because I wanted to go to FSU Law, and I had moved there like straight out of college, like I had just graduated college, and it was weird. It was really weird. Um, it was my first time being on my own. I had a lot of trouble in that apartment that I was in. Um, there were like mold and all these issues. And also it was my first time being in like a full-time job. When I worked at Apple, I did have like I was borderline full-time also while also being in college. But it's different than like a sit-down desk job being full-time, 8:30 to 5. Um, it's way different. Even though I did have scheduled like shifts where I was 8 to 5, um, at Apple, it's just way different. Anyways, I was in Tallahassee, just graduated, just on my own, and then starting to work a full-time job for the first time. It just wasn't the time to focus on streaming, though it's fun. Also, I don't think editing is for me. I think I can obviously like do thumbnails, but I don't think making long videos is for me. And the like the Sims content, it takes so long to build something, and then you have to edit for so long. I think that I was trying to conform more to the type of videos I see where they do make such long videos, but that's their like full-time job. You know what I mean? That's what they do is make content, and that's not for me, or that's not my lifestyle. So, anyways, I just had to stop because I needed to focus on my actual life. And yeah. So yeah, I just had so much to transition into that um this was just not even near my radar. Um so so in July, it's weird that the last time I played was in July. That's what it says, but I don't think that's accurate. I think the last time I played was, oh, I know why it says that, because I did try to play once later in the year, and I'll get to that in a second. The last time like I actually played was at the beginning of last year in that apartment right before I started my full-time job, and that would have been February or March. And that's one of the last times I tried to make a video. So yeah, then I started my job, and I really loved my job. I really liked people there. Made a lot of friends. I really built like a community for myself there. Then it was time to like apply for schools again. I didn't end up getting into FSU Law, so I was like, okay, I'll apply again. That was the plan anyways if I didn't end up getting in. Um, Yeah, so I applied again, and this time I applied to more match schools and schools that I might get a scholarship at versus just schools that were like schools that I really, really wanted to get into or reach schools, um, and like a few match schools. And then there were some safety schools as well. If you don't know what that is, um, for example, for college students, like undergraduate students, you take the SAT, and I forget the scoring of the SAT, but I think it goes like to 1200. No, I think it starts at like 1,000 or something. It might go lower than that. Let's say it goes to like 1,000 to 1,600. Let's say you score like a 1,400. Well, colleges will show their last year's rankings of the students that got in. So you compare your score to their last year's scores, like, yeah, the students that got in, and you'll say, okay, so I got a 1,400, but the students that got in got a 1,500, so this is more of a reach. This other school got 1,200s, so that's more of a safety. This college got 1,400, so that's more of a match. So then when you do that, you know, safety schools, okay, I'm more likely to get in here because my entry exam matches, or it's more of a safety because my entry exam is higher than their average of the entry students from last year. Of course, there's other stuff that goes into it, like your grades and everything. But really, the entry exams is what they look at more. Um, and that's the same thing for the LSAT. I don't remember what the LSAT starts from, but I think it goes to 170. No, not 170, 180. Um, and you want to score in the 170s to go to a really good school. You want to score in the 160s to go to like a great school. 150s is a good school. 140s is you're getting in, but anything lower than a 140 is you need to try again. Try again. Anyways, yeah, so uh I applied to the only one that was like a reach um was FSU, and that's only because the year before they told me no. So I was like, okay, because I did want to take the LSAT again, and I did schedule to take it, but there's so much going on. And I was like, I know there's other schools I can get into, and I've lived in Tallahassee for a year. I don't know if I can do it for another 3. It's whatever. So I applied to 3 schools other than FSU, I believe. Though the year before, I did get waitlisted at FSU, UF, and I think that was it. But then this year, I'll get to that later. Anyways, so yeah. Anyways, nothing really happened other than I had to move a whole bunch last year. Because like I said, there was like mold and moisture issues at this apartment complex, and they were like so rude and annoying, um, and trying to blame me for their building issues. And like whatever, I won't get into that. Yeah, so I moved to Tallahassee in January. Then I moved apartments in the apartment building in June. And then I moved out of that building in late September or like early to mid-October or some I think it was October. And then I found out that I found out like acceptances and wait lists um around December through January. So I got waitlisted not it's not is it UPenn or um Penn State? One of those. I think it's Penn State. And then I got waitlisted everywhere that I applied except for the school that I'm going to, which is here in New York City, where I'm currently living. Um and yeah, I'm going actually I don't want to say what school I'm going to. Um and yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it almost sounds like somebody's like doing some weird cough throat thing twice. It was really weird. Anyways, um, yeah, sorry. Also, it's cold. I have the air going because if I turn the air off, then obviously it's gonna get hot. Um, anyways, yeah. So the real reason I was gone was because I was trying to focus on getting into law school and adjusting to a full-time job and living on my own and dealing with issue after issue after issue with the places I was living. And yeah, and now I wish I could show you guys where I live. I love it. Um, Considering it's in New York City too, this is amazing. The only thing is now I'm gonna have a roommate. I've never had a roommate unless you count family. But considering my family, I think I'll be fine with a roommate. And she seems pretty nice. She seems like we'll get along great. But we haven't like spoke a lot because we've both been busy. But what we have spoke about, it seems like we're similar in a few ways. Um, so I think it'll be fine. At least in the ways that you want, like at least to be with a roommate. Like, um, are you a morning or night person? Do you like what times do you want it to be quiet? Cleaning, are you like clean up after you eat, wash your dishes, like be a clean person, put your stuff away, like be respectful, like just like stuff around the house. She seems like, oh my God, so great. And we're going to the same school, so that's super helpful. Like it's just everything turned out great. I was super frustrated at first with not getting into the school that I wanted to get into, especially because I was waitlisted. So it was almost like you almost got it. I almost got it. But I think God does everything for a reason, and if you're not religious, then that's fine. But everything happens for a reason. If you want to say it's God, it's God. If you want to say it's the universe, then for you it's the universe. But I think for me, I was meant to be in Tallahassee because it was a way for me to detach from my family, like I don't need to be so I'm not very dependent. I am a very independent person, but it was a way maybe just more for my family to stop being dependent on me. I think it's more of what it was. And for me to be able to be independent on my own truly, um, because I was hours away from them. And then also to be able to understand like how to build my own community and like everything like that because FSU law was not for me. And I'm glad that I learned that before getting accepted there because I did not like Tallahassee. Like I could not, if let's say if I got into FSU on a scholarship, I would stay. But paying for FSU would be crazy because it's like depressing. It's depressing there. Like and like the only thing to do is drink, is drink and be fat. That's the only thing to do there. And like eat and drink and party. And I don't know, like, and it can be kind of depressing if you don't do those things or if you don't have a family. Yeah, and everybody gets pregnant there because there's nothing to do except that. Like, um, it's just not for me. So I felt like ending up there was good. It's in every way. Just not in the ways that I thought it was gonna like the outcomes I got were not the outcomes that I thought I was gonna get, but were the outcomes that I needed. Um, and then I ended up in a better situation, way better. I feel like I still would have got great connections for like if I went to FSU for being a lawyer in Florida, but I feel like being in New York City, you get great connections for anything. You know what I mean? Like everything in the world almost goes through New York City, at least in the nation, but I feel like I mean the United Nations is here. They have a headquarters here. Um, like a lot of the issues that go on around the world touch down in one way or another in New York City. And I feel like for what I want to do as a lawyer, I feel like this is a good place to be. And also, I did get a scholarship, so the price of like living here is offset a lot by the scholarship I got. And I'll end up paying less for law school than I did for undergrad. So, and, like it all worked out. I don't think I would have gotten a scholarship for FSU, um, which is crazy because I don't think it's that great of a school. Like, it is a great school, but like ranking wise, I don't think it's that high up where they need to be super stingy on scholarships. But they probably don't get as much funding as the school that I'm going to because it's public. Or like it probably has different um rules on stuff. But anyways, I'm here and yeah. Anyways, I should probably end this live stream because I don't have internet yet. I was waiting for my it's not a landlord, but I guess like a super to tell me how to like where I thought the internet was through the building and it wasn't. It's not. It's through like whatever you want to do. And for some reason Verizon here is going to take 2 weeks to get out here. And I don't know why it has to be like installed through Verizon. But usually like you can just go pick it up and then plug it in. That's all I gotta do. But go pick it up and plug it in. Why do I have to wait 2 weeks? 2 weeks for someone to drive over here. For someone to drive over here. And mind you, had this guy told me when I first initially asked, I could have just brought my Verizon internet over here and had internet this whole time, guys. But at least now I get another deal. For some reason, I got a deal that applies to new Verizon customers. Maybe they count me as a new customer because I'm in a different state. I don't know. But I get a credit and like a gift card credit, whatever for Verizon or Samsung. So we're gonna get a TV for the living room. We have been, by the way, let me tell you guys what it took to move here. So, like I said, I've been on my own for a year and a half now, and I had everything. I had everything I needed. Like my kitchen was fully like everything I needed. Like mixing bowls, I had a rolling pin, um, like all the baking pans, like stuff like that in my kitchen. Everything I needed. Um, the couch. Oh my God, I miss my couch. My entertainment center, a big giant TV I got for Christmas from my job. Um, and I had just got that, bro. And what else did I have? Two TVs because with the one I got from Christmas I put in my living room, and the other one I put upstairs so I could finally have one in my room so I could watch TV in my bed. And then I had a dining room table even though I didn't use it. I had a desk. Like I had everything I could need, everything. And I donated so much. I mean, it was kind of nice to give up so much stuff because like I still feel like I have everything I need except for furniture. And I gave up so much. And I've always wanted to, but I grew up where it was like if you give things away or if you throw something away, whether it be food, an item, like anything, it's wasteful, you're ungrateful, like it's bad. Even if it's donating, or even with food, like you eat what is on your plate, but it's when I was a child, it's like, oh well. you're not letting me choose what to put on my plate, but you want me to eat it all. Um, anyways, so, but then also, at the same time, I was in like an environment where they would just buy and buy and buy whatever. And it's like, okay, we're buying so much, but you don't let me give anything away when I don't need it anymore. Um, so then it's so much just accumulates. So there's no balance between, do I really need this? I don't care. I need to buy it almost. To me, I'm not that bad with that, but I'll still buy stuff when I don't need it necessarily. Kind of depends on what it is. But the part that gets me is like I can't get rid of something because sometimes it's an emotional thing, like almost like an attachment. And then sometimes like, what if I need it again later? Do I really want to rebuy it or like something like that? And then sometimes it's just like, am I being wasteful? Am I being ungrateful? Like that. Anyways, so it's nice to be able to get rid of stuff. Like I donated like probably a car's worth of stuff. I started with like um my job. I just like was like, does anybody want this stuff? Just you can take it. Then I had like at least 4 or 5 trash bags of clothes. Um, because I have PCOS, so like I gain and lose weight. I'm sure, I mean, you can see my face. I gained weight. Um, so I would hold on to clothes. I'm like, well, I might lose weight again. Um, because 2023 I lost weight. Then, or was it 2023? 2024, because yeah, because last year was 2025. 2024 I lost weight. Then 2025. It was between 2024 and 2025. I was losing weight. Then 2025 and the beginning of this year, I started gaining weight back. So it kind of goes like up and down over the course of a couple years. So I'm like, should I hold on to the clothes? I don't have to keep buying clothes and buying clothes and buying clothes. Well, I was like, whatever. My style's kind of changing anyways. I'll get rid of the clothes. So I got rid of like between 4 and 6 bags of clothes, I think. And then I got rid of some shoes. I got rid of stuff that I didn't need in the kitchen. Um, I got rid of just a lot of stuff. Like, and it feels great because look, well, you guys can't see it, but I still have all of the stuff, and I feel fine. I don't feel like I lost anything. Um, yeah, the only thing I miss is like furniture in the living room and being able to be on the couch. But yeah, so and then we had to put everything in a car. We had to put everything in a car. I freaking rented an Escalade because I have a health condition, and part of it is that like my back, I have back pain and like my entire spine, so all the way up to my neck, down to my whatever my tailbone. And so I was trying to get something that would be big but also comfortable. So I wanted something like an Escalade. And my mom has lupus, so she can be in pain a lot too. Um, they told me it'll be here because we have to get it like delivered. I don't know why, but okay. Then day of, by the way, it's not here, but we have this car for you. It's a freaking Pacifica, Chrysler Pacifica. They were like, but it's fine because it has more space for you and whatever, whatever. We stuffed that thing to the brim. By the way, I have a dog. Come here, Coco. Oh, she's sleeping. It's okay. Stay asleep. I have a small dog, and I have her in a car seat. So one seat and like the cubic space above the seat was like we couldn't fill that up. So it was stuffed. It was stuffed, and I got everything here. I actually am so proud of the way I packed. I vacuum sealed my clothes. Um, I put stuff in storage boxes that I might end up needing, like everything. Like I have every single thing that I would need except for I had to rebuy pants and my furniture, obviously, and a mattress. We thought we might be able to get the mattress in, but we weren't able to. Um, and then I think that's all I had to buy. Like, oh, I had to get curtains and a curtain rod, um, because this place didn't even come with blinds. And I'm like, I'm facing a busy street, like a very like a busy street. I need blinds. Um, I think that's really all that I bought, like for the apartment was furniture, like an office chair. I did get a new monitor, but I was planning to do that anyways because I've been saving to get the monitor for a couple months. But then I was like, well, I'm about to be moving. I might as well just wait. So that wasn't really like for the apartment, but got that. Then we just got like stuff that you would buy for an apartment anyways when you move in, like food, a few cleaning supplies. And I don't know why my mom got cleaning supplies though, because I had so much that I brought anyways, but I think she just wanted to be helpful. Um, yeah, like I had so much stuff in that freaking car. Oh, I did end up getting a TV though, because I thought I'd be able to bring my um small TV at least. I thought we'd be able to like slide it in on top. But oh, this went way farther back than it has before. Anyways, guys, I could keep talking, but I want my stuff to download. Um, and yeah. I hope that kind of answers everything. And maybe I'll kind of switch up this channel with not just being about The Sims. Maybe I'll talk. Well, no, it'll probably just be about The Sims. I was gonna say maybe it could be also about law school, what I'm doing in law school and stuff like that. But I don't know. I have another channel. I'll probably do that there. Um, but yeah. And I'm sorry I was gone without an explanation. I'm not necessarily sorry that I was gone. I'm sorry that, I didn't give any updates and it was kind of without, you know, notice or an explanation or any updates in between. Oh, okay. Before I go, actually, I plan going forward. So right now, I'm searching for a job because my job told me that they would, well, my ex job told me that I would be able to work remote once I moved. And then literally the day before my last day, they're like, actually, that's not going to work out. So luckily I was preparing for that just in case, but I haven't secured anything just yet. So I do still have some free time on the weekends. I'm treating like job searching as my 9 to 5 right now. Um, but I still have time to do Sims here and there. It's gonna be live streaming, and then for my live streams, I'll probably make some content for short form videos and upload it for YouTube or Instagram, which makes me realize I'm not logged into my Instagram for this account, so I have to figure that out. Um, what was I gonna say? Um, yeah, so I'll be doing that mostly on the weekends right now. And then once I'm in law school, like once classes actually start, because this month I should be getting assignments. That's all they really set out. And it's very vague. I don't really know what the assignments are. If it's just reading or if it's actual stuff to do or, what it is. But actual law, s- actual law school starts in a month. So once that starts, I'll probably just have to update you guys then. Let's see, um, what we'll be doing. Um, yeah, sorry, I don't really have much more else to kind of cover with that. But yeah, I'm just realizing, is this updated? Like, is this accurate? It says somebody 8 days ago subscribed. What is going on? I'm gonna add something really quick. I'm gonna see if it shows up. Hold on, hold on. Um, Viewer count. Okay, it's up there. Oh, that's why, because this was behind. Okay. Ew, it just paused on the ugliest picture of me, bro. Oh, my internet is really bad. Has it been this bad this whole time, or is that just because of this? Hold on.